A peaceful heart moves on. October 30, 2014. Attaining peace of mind can only be achieved when you are able to dismiss the things that promote stagnation to your growth and development, regardless if you are on the spiritual or personal quest. Peace thrives on happiness, never when you're surrounded by sadness and discord. To bring more peace into your lives, try to remember beautiful bright hearts that you can't always be in control of what is happening around you. What you do have control over is how you feel, react, and respond. The things that didn't go right in the past, or the turmoil you had to work through doesn't have to be what defines you as the person you are today. We encourage you to let go of the need to control, allow any possibilities of making positive decisions today that would help attract more favorable and peaceful solutions and outcomes. Of course, you can learn from the past. Maybe there's something that had happened that you wish you could have done differently. You can't undo whatever it was. What you can do is learn from it for the next time a similar experience presents itself. The past builds wisdom. It is not meant to hinder you or block you, only you do that by allowing certain memories of certain events trap you on what sometimes feels like an unending cycle of disharmony, helplessness, and disempowerment. Take a firm stand, dear ones, and be done with old regrets and what-ifs. Let them go. Don't allow what you have been regretting to become your excuse for not moving forward, or for thinking negatively about yourself. There is no giving up, there is only moving on, learning what the situation came to teach you, being grateful for the experience, and step forward with the confident smile that you are ready for what is next. Knowing each day is a beautiful day, regardless of the weather, it is beautiful and sunny inside your wonderful heart. If you find you are stuck on your failures and it's negative self-talk that prevents you from moving forward, then try to think you don't fail from the things you do, you fail from the things you don't do, or overlooked, or for any other reason they were not implemented. If something is left unfinished, or not all steps were achieved to reach the final outcome, then the result will be the effort you put into it. When you give a goal or quest your whole heart and soul self, there is nothing you cannot accomplish. Within each of you is a beautiful, strong and courageous giant of love-giving and love-receiving being. Liberation can be found when you let go of any past regrets in favor for living life to its fullest, with all the zest and exuberation you can muster. There are some dear souls among you, and you might be one of these as well, and that you must always be right and always know exactly where you are going at every step and interval of your journey. When taking on the spiritual quest, there are some doors that you will open that will challenge your boundaries and of your comfort with the unknown. There will be times when being happy and at peace is more important than being right. It's learning to know from the level of the heart what is right for that moment. You will achieve more, dear ones, when you are less rigid with what is right and what is expected and allow yourself to be fully open to what you can become and where your path and journey is taking you. It is not always important to know where you are exactly going as long as you are open and ready for the unexpected, and you are able to greet all things with love and peace that is always present within your loving heart. By allowing yourself to be drawn by your loving heart, even if it takes you into areas of unknown and uncertainty, you will grow and develop exponentially. It is this growth, stemming from having an open heart and equally open mind, that is most important. Life itself is a grand paradox. For you to know pleasure and happiness, you must understand what it feels like to know pain and despair. To know the difference from day to night and any other phenomena that has opposites. Pains of life comes in many guises. You might encounter pain in your fingers on a cold fall morning, or the pain of uncertainty when accepting your graduation diploma as you contemplate what is next. There are pains that come from the fear of failure, and from being physically hit or even snapped at from someone's brutal tongue. Pain is not meant to be bad or the preventer of you achieving your goals and dreams. Any kind of pain that you experience is a reminder, beautiful bright hearts, that you are very much alive. And yes, sometimes life will not go as you planned or envisioned, but it is still going, and you have the opportunity and potential to make what went wrong right by making different choices that will produce different results. Your walk in life is not cast in stone. Mistakes will happen, aches and pains will come and go, and you will grow from each experience and from every discomfort. You have the ability and capacity to sustain happiness and peace at every instance, to see in each and every day that there is beauty to bask in, and God's light and love to be embraced by. You will greet from time to time people that are insensitive, critical, and judgmental. People that are quick to give egoic responses to anything that goes against their way of being. And the need to seek approval from anyone, especially from those that are known to judge or belittle you. Make space in your life and heart for those that appreciate who you are, just as you are, just as God does. As for the ones that don't appreciate you, don't go hating on them, simply love them for who they are. All people have the ability to change, but change can only occur when the want to change is stronger than not wanting to change. Change cannot be forced and neither can your view or opinion. Rejoice in each experience you are given to interact. Respect one another just for being a part of your journey, for persevering their journey and for being who they are, and for who you are. Your journey is meant for you to walk. You don't need anyone else's approval. The only person you are to answer to is yourself. At the end of the day, beautiful bright hearts, if you can honestly and truthfully tell yourself you did your best from the level of your heart and soul, then be comforted by that. Don't always seek elaboration, just allow what is to be just that. If you are ever concerned what God is thinking, just know God already knows all the infinite possibilities of where your path will lead you and what you are meant to uncover and learn. Only you can be the bearer of peace in your life, and you do it by letting go of matters that are not good for your life and heart. You do that by dismissing any hate you have towards another, and by letting go of old, debilitating ways. When you love, you bring peace, and when you bring peace you are also bringing compassion. And everything you do that is filled with love, peace and compassion is also filled with God's loving presence and energy. There is always a feeling of self-satisfaction whenever you successfully achieved a goal or quest. But true fulfillment is not the outcome, but the steps that you needed to take that you honestly enjoyed. Fulfillment is known when you are able to focus on how life is flowing around you and your authentically held intentions which gave way to your ideas and actions that clearly demonstrate your purpose. When your actions are consistently meaningful, and they are unswervingly clear, then attaining fulfillment is inevitable. And when fulfillment is reached, joy is then known, and peace once again settles into every particle of your being. Your modern era is filled to the brim with technology, from cars to games to toys to handheld gadgets, and so much more, which requires a certain amount of financial ease in order to meet the constant roller coaster ride of supply and demand. In order to live comfortably in today's society, it is apparently necessary to have a certain amount of income or wealth, but your wealth does not necessarily measure your success in life. Being happy and at peace has little to do with money or what it can buy. Sure, for a short time what you purchase can alleviate boredom and will catch your attention, but for how long? Being happy and at peace comes from within, never from anything external. What will help you increase more peace and happiness, beautiful bright hearts, as you try to maneuver through these times of great change, is by laughing and smiling more, being less opinionated and more open, being sincere and genuine, letting go of false friends for those that truly respect and appreciate you, and to love yourself, those around you, and life itself with all its crazy twists and turns. Learn to see and to appreciate that there is beauty in every situation and in every day. You are constantly surrounded by beauty, but don't always take the time to notice. There is good in each person, therefore there is no need to always look for the bad. Take the courageous plunge and try something new, something that you have wanted to but didn't have the nerve. Fill your heart and lungs with euphoric joy every time you do something kind for another dear soul, knowing that your help has eased their day because of your selflessness. You can't keep things from changing. You may be successful at slowing change down, but eventually all things must change. It's an essential part of nature. Things change. Life does not stop moving for anyone. This is where you clearly see another paradox of life. If a life has ended for another, it is either still going for someone else or just beginning as a baby is being born. Life continues, change is inevitable. We are positive you have experienced how fast a minute can seem or how slow, but either way it's going the same amount of time. At every second of every minute of every day there is something happening throughout the world. Changes are occurring due to a predicted or unpredicted events, but in every situation, beautiful bright hearts, there is knowledge to be learned, understanding that whatever has happened could be worse. And you are here, alive and carrying on each day, persevering each new day that breaks as the strong and capable person that you are. We know many of the changes that are happening in your own life. You didn't ask for them at that precise time, but they happened. None of you are puppets, being controlled by a handler. Beautiful bright hearts, changes are going to come whether you are expecting them or not. How you handle each change that is presented to you is what will make all the difference. It is there you either grow or become blocked. It's at this crossroad that you discover what you are made of and who you truly are. The next time you are aware that you are about to enter a new chapter in life, where changes are necessary, don't fight them. Rejoice in them. Embrace each one, even the ones you have not met yet. Begin the next chapter in your life with enthusiasm, with a peaceful mind and loving heart. Your life is all about choices you make. To make it more peaceful, starts with you, knowing what you want from what you don't out of life and trusting your heart to lead you to what is best for you every time. And so it is. I'm Ascended Master, Lady Nada through Julie Miller. spiritualnetworks.com